Okay. So in the last class we discussed about the redirection and the forms. Okay. Today I'm going to create a simple form. Okay. After creation of simple form, how it display, how it going to display. Okay. So how we are going to access the data from that form. Okay. After getting access, then we have to go display the data. Okay. So after completion of the form, then I will discuss with you the sessions. Okay, Laravel sessions, and so in the last class there is a forms. Okay, Laravel provides various built-in tags to handle HTML forms easily and securely. So here, whenever you are doing something related to forms, you have to add a HTML package. Okay. So in the Laravel itself, it support the HTML, and if you want to use the more functionality about the HTML tags, then you have to use the HTML package. Okay. So the installation of the HTML package is Composer require, okay, Laravel collective slash HTML colon 5.4.0, that is a version number. Okay, so you have to install the HTML package by using the composer require command. Okay, after installing the HTML package, then HTML is you can check in the app.php file. Okay, in that Laravel collective is equal colon is equal to 5.4.0, like that it is showing. Okay, so after installing, then you have to configure some settings. Okay, after installing any package, you have to do the some configuration. Okay, there is a two steps to do the configuration for the HTML package. So one is in so first you have to open the config slash app slash PHP. Okay, so and so open this file and you will see the Laravel service provider and HTML service provider. Okay, add alias in the same file in HTML and forms. Okay, so you have to add some configuration settings in the app.php file. So here in the app.php file there is a providers and alias. There are two types of arrays are available in that. In the providers you have to add. So default it is available illuminate like that. So you whenever you are using the latest version and Laravel 5.8.8.x version. Okay, then you have to use the this command. Okay, this uh, package. Okay, so collective slash HTML service provider colon class. So before previous versions of Laravel, then you can directly use illuminate slash HTML service provider colon class. So in the where is config? So config app.php. So in the app.php, so here providers. Okay, in the providers, so I added a collective slash HTML slash HTML service provider colon class. So before it is all are illuminate slash okay, but whenever you are using the latest version of Laravel, then you have to use this collective slash HTML slash HTML service provider. If you are using the Illuminate here, then it will show the error. Okay. So after adding the provide service providers, then you can create the aliases. Okay. So there are two aliases you have to add. So one is a form and second one is a HTML. Okay. Form. The last two I added here. So these are the two I added for the HTML package. So form is equal to collective slash HTML slash form facade colon class and HTML collective slash HTML slash HTML facade colon class. Okay, you have to add these aliases and providers. Okay, after adding this, you can develop your form. Okay, whatever options you want to use, you can use. There are some options, some tags are there here. So opening of your URL equal who slash var. So that is a action we are providing for the form. Okay, open array of URL is equal to foo slash bar. So whenever we are click the submit button or any other button, then it will perform the some action. Okay, so that action we are provided here in the open. Okay, so and so after adding this, you can After creation of the form, then you have to mention that form colon colon close, then the form will be closed. Okay. And the next tag is generating a label. Label is a this is a label to display, and it's a email, that is a name. Okay, if you want to do something on this label, then you can use this label name, and you can perform any operation. And if you want to take the text from the user, okay, you want to display the create the taking of input text, then you have to use the text. So echo form colon colon text username comma enter username, like that. Then here the default value. Okay, username is a default value. Whenever you are giving the second argument, it display in the box you enter username, like that. So this is a way to access the by using the this username, then you can access whatever data is entered in that text box. You can get the with the help of this first argument. Okay, this second argument is a default value, then it will display in that box. Okay, so now I'm going to create the simple form. Okay, so forms are available, we are creating in a views folder. Okay, so config and resource view. Okay, so here I'm going to add the new file. Okay, that is login dot blade dot php. So now I created a simple blade.php file under the views folder. Okay, whatever files user interfaces your user interface design, so you have to store in the views folder. Okay, your views folder consists of blade.php files. Okay, so now I'm using the HTML. Okay, so in that I'm not creating any head for this, just I'm using the body part. Learn, open array of URL is a /bar, and the next one. So now the form is open, then I'm going to create the one by one labels. Form label name. After displaying the name, then I'm using the text. Okay, so if you are specifying here any second argument, so enter your name. I'm giving only for this. So now after that, I'm going to give the break here, and the next one echo colon colon label email echo form text email echo and the next one echo form label password label, and this label for the phone number. Echo form colon, and so here I'm using number phone echo. Okay, so now I created the simple form that consists of name, email, password, and the phone number. Okay, so after that I'm closing the form. So form close, and I'm closing the body part and the close the HTML. So now the view file name is a login.blade.php. Okay, so now I'm going to web.php file. So I'm creating the route git slash login function return view login. PHP artisan server. So now it display like this. Okay, so name, and given the default value here, enter your name. Okay, there is a default value, then it will display here the default value. Then whenever you enter, then you have to clear that, and you have to enter. And email ID. Okay, like that you have to give the password. Whenever you're typing, then it will display in the dots. Okay, and the phone number, just like that you can specify here number, and so click here. So here if you want to typing any characters, okay, then it will not going to be allow, only it allows the numbers only. So I'm trying to type the characters, but it is not going to be allow. Okay, so click here, then it is not going to be perform any action here. So here because for that, so I'm not written any control. Okay, and in the controller.php file, so here cookie controller.php file. So now I'm going to get the data from here. Okay, so just a name and email, password, phone number, whatever we entered in that form, then it is going to be displayed by using the controller.php. So here I'm going to create the simple function here. So public function get data request dollar request. Okay, so here I'm going to use the instance of the request. So here already I created the instance of the request is a $request. So with the help of a $request, I'm going to use. So $name is equal to dollar request. Okay, and here I'm going to use the input method to get the data. Okay, so input, and here we use your name and email, password, and phone. So now I'm going to use the name. Okay, and echo $name dot br, and the $email is equal to $request input email echo $email dot br. This time using a name and email. So here action we specified the /bar. Okay. So now I'm going to the web.php file. Out : post. So /bar, comma. So controller name is a cookie controller class, comma. So here the method name is a get data. Okay, login. So whenever you click the submit button, then it will display the name and email. Okay, so for the I'm accessing only name and email. So in that there is two more things are there here: the password and the number. Okay, so you can also add here in the cookie controller.php file. You can get the data from here. Okay, so this is a get and a post method we are using here. So get method, by using the get method, we are displaying the login page. After displaying the login page, when we click the submit button, so for that submit button, for action we specified the /bar. Okay, so that you have to use in the post method. Okay, that you have to use in the post method. So post method /bar, then cookie controller : class, comma, get data. Okay, after execution of this, then it will display the /bar. So first you have to open the login page. After enter the details, click the button. So after click the button, then whatever data you enter, that is going to be displayed. Okay, so here the path that is a /bar. Okay, that path we mentioned here in the login form action. Okay, so open array URL and /bar. Okay, so this is a one way to create the form, and there is a another way to create the form. Just for I'm using only for the gender. So here not required for the PHP. Okay, just you have to use the HTML tags and you can display. from a form group. Okay, so now here I'm using the two curly braces. Okay, so first form colon colon label that is a gender. Okay. So after displaying the label, then I'm going to add the two radio buttons. Okay, form by using the radio and I'm giving the name as a male, comma, male and male. And the next I'm going to add the female, form radio female, comma, female. So here I'm closing the div. Label spelling is mistake. And here I have to open the PHP tag. Okay, now it will display the gender, that is a male and a female. Okay, so once the radio button is selected, then it is if you want to create a group, okay, then you can use the group radio button. Okay, so group radio button here, generating a checkbox or input is set. If you want to specify that it is a checked, then you have to use the default true. Okay, if you want to set the default to checked, then you have to specify the third argument as a true. Okay, then the number, submit button, file. If you want to upload any image, okay, then you can use this file, form colon colon file. Then it will get the uploaded data. It will ask you to browse the information like that it is showing. And so arrays, whenever you are used to select the some, for example, date of birth. In the date of birth, there is a date, year, I mean date, month, year. So then they can use the array. You can display the numbers, or else you can use a drop-down list. Okay. So and here, whenever you are, I mean, if you want to select some state information, I mean states registration from which state you are belongs to, which country you are belongs to. You have to use the select, and you can create the array, and it will display the drop down list. Okay, and if you want to use the select range number comma 1 comma 30, then it will display the 1 to 30 numbers in the drop down list. Okay, so form colon colon select a month, then it will display the all month names. Okay, January, February, March, April, like that it will display in the text format. So this is our forms, and the next topic is a session. Okay, Laravel sessions. Sessions are used to store information about the user across the request. Okay, so in all websites are received the a lot of requests. Okay, so whatever request it receives, so then it stores that request, whatever we send the info. For example, if you want to search some information related, for example, if you type Marwadi University in the Google, then it will store some data. It will store some information whenever you are sending a request to the Google server. So then it is store the data. Okay, so it sessions are stored in the different formats. Okay, so Laravel provides various drivers like a file, cookie, APC, array, memcache, redis, and a database to handle the session data. So whatever sessions is, whatever request is come, then that data is stored in the form of some database or files or cookies. Okay, so these are the different ways to store the session data. Okay, by default file driver is used because it is a lightweight. Okay, so by default file is used to store the session data, and it is a lightweight. Session can be configured in the file stored in the session config/session.php. So related session related information is available in the this config. Okay, config/session.app. So this config session.php file consists of all related about the session. Okay, and so these are the different ways to store the session data. First one is a file. Okay, so file session data is stored in an encrypted file located at storage/framework/sessions. Okay, in the Laravel itself, it consists of some location. So the whenever you create the default sessions, then it will store this uh, location. Okay, that location is a storage/framework/sessions and cookies. So you can also store in, session data in the form of cookies. Okay, these cookies also encrypted. Okay, and the database, you can also store the session data in the data application database. And so APC and Memcache Redis session data is stored in the fast cache based storage. So you can also use the cache based storage to store the session data, and you can also use the arrays to store the data. So you can whatever way you want to use, you can use that way, and you can store the session data. By default, it is a file. Okay, or you can also store the data in the database. Okay, so by default some simple website, then the data is stored in the file. If the website is a very large and many users are using the that website, then you can use the database to store the session data. Okay, and so now the creation of the session. Okay, storing data in the session, this is a creation of a session. So by using the put method, we are using to create the session. So using put method to request instance, we can store the data in the session. It has two arguments, one is a key and second one is a value. Okay, so here first argument is a key, that is a session name, and whenever you call that session, then it will display, it will return the value. Okay, so here for example syntax, so $request session put key comma value, and the example $request session put name comma Mahinder. So whenever you are accessing this name session, then it will return the Mahinder name. So this is a value and this is a key. Okay, and key means it is a session name. Okay, in the cookies also we used two parameters, one is a name and second one is a value. So that is the first argument is a cookie name and second one is a value of the cookie. Whenever you are accessing that cookie, then it will return the value, whatever value you stored in the second parameter. Okay, second parameter or second argument. In the same as in the sessions also, here we are using the put method to store the session data. Okay, so first argument is a name of the session and the second argument is a value of the session. Okay, and retrieving value from the session. Okay, retrieving value from the session. So by using get method, we are accessing data from the sessions. Okay, so using get method of request instance, we can retrieve a single value from the session. It accepts two arguments, the key name and the default value. Okay, so key name and the default value. So get method is to get the data, I mean get the session data. Here we use the key as a name. Okay, same as we are using here. So here syntax $value $request session get key name, you have to specify here key name is a name. Okay, when previously we are using name to create the session, then we have to use here name. Okay, and the $value is equal $request session get name comma default value. If the no value is available for that session, then it will display the default value. Okay, if the data is not available in that session, I mean value is not available for the particular session. Okay, then it will display the default value. Okay, And example $value is equal $request session get name. Okay, the second argument of the get method is the default value, which will be returned if your specified key does not exist in the session. Okay, and retrieving all session data. Okay, so use all method instance, we can retrieve all the available data in the session. Okay, whatever if you are storing the different data. Okay, so different sessions, how to store the different sessions? By using the name and key. Okay, whatever sessions is available in the your project, then it will display all session data. Okay, by using the all method. So here dollar all underscore data is equal $request session and all. Okay, so this all method, it return the value. Okay, whatever data is available, session data is available, then it return, and it is stored into the all underscore data. And for the get method also, it returns some value. Okay, so here get as a return value, and that return value is stored in the one variable. Okay, and for put method, there is no return value. Okay, here put method, there is no return value, and get method, there is a return value, and all also there is a return value. And checking if an item exists in the session. Okay, so for the particular key is available or not. Okay, so if you want to check, then you can use the has method. Okay, you can determine if a value is present in the session. It returns true if the value is present in the session, and null if does not. Okay, so if you want to check particular key is available or not, then you can use the has method. Okay, so whenever you are using the has method, it returns the two values. Okay, if that key, if the session data is available, then it returns the true value. If the session data is not available, then it returns the null value. Okay, so by using the if condition, you can check that particular session data is available or not. So if $request session has name, and deleting data from the session using forget method, you can remove the specified item from the session, and it accept key as a argument. Okay, if you want to delete the particular session data, then you can use the forget method. So forget and key. Okay, so then that particular key is going to be delete. Okay, if you want to retrieve all item value before deleting it. Okay, so if you want, before deleting whatever data is available in that session. Okay, so if you want to retrieve that session, then you use full method. Okay, forget is used to delete. Okay, after deletion, it is not going to be written anything. But if you want to return something before deleting that particular session data. Okay, so whatever data is available in that particular session, then it will display before deleting. Okay, so $value is equal $request session full key comma default. If the key, this key consists of some value, then it is going to be stored into $value, and this session data is going to be deleted. And if you want to remove all items from the session, you can use the flush method. Okay, so by using the flush method, you can delete all session data. Okay, all sessions you can delete. So by using the forget method, it deletes only one session data. Okay, and if you are using the flush, then it will delete all session data. And add array in session. Okay, if you want to add array into session, you can do it flush method. Okay, you can use the flush method. Okay, sorry, flush, not flush, push method. Okay, you can do it using the push method. So you can so before using the push method, just you have to create a simple array. So $arr is equal to array name Mahinder and email mahinder@gmail.com. Then this data is going to be pushed into the session. Okay, so session name is a user underscore ID. So when regenerating session ID, if you want to regenerate the session ID, okay, then you can use the regenerate method. And flash data. Okay, so flash data, if you want to display some information before that operation is going on. Okay, for example, whenever you are getting some data from the user registration form. Okay, so already we in the previous example we created. So before click the submit button. Okay, before click the submit button, if you want to save the session data. Okay, so this here the before submit button, so normally it will display the notifications after click the submit button. Okay, so here the after login, I mean after submit button, if you want to show the some status information before, okay, before you have to create, okay, then you can use the flash method. So in the controller.php, so I'm going to create the sessions public function set session request $req. So now I'm going to create the session. Okay. So $req session and put method I'm going to use. Okay. So here name I'm using the key and session data is Mahinder. So value is Mahinder and key is a name. Okay. So echo and I'm going to display some message. Okay. Data stored in session. Okay. And after that I'm going to access the session data. So public function get session request $req. So now I'm using one variable. Okay, dollar value is equal to dollar req and session and the name. Okay, so now I'm using here get method to get the particular session data. Okay, so before getting data I'm going to use the has method. Okay, if that if the session is available or not. So $req session has name. Okay, so if it is available, then it return the true value, otherwise it return the null value. Okay, so that if it is available, then it return the get method. It uses the get method, and after that it will display data is dollar value. If the session is not available, then it will display some error message. Okay, echo session data is not available. Okay, and public function delete session. So I'm deleting the session. Okay, by using the forget method. So dollar request req and session forget and data name. Session data is deleted. So set session, get session, and delete session. So I'm saving here. So after save, then create a route get session slash set. Okay. So cookie controller class comma set session. Okay, for the setting up session, I'm using the set session and route colon get session slash get comma cookie controller class so get session, and for the delete get session remove cookie controller class comma delete session. So first one is a set, okay, session slash set. Okay, data is stored in the session. Okay, so that session data is a Mahendra. Okay, so here session data is not available. Any spelling mistake? Here it is. As name as name, okay. Name given here, name request REQ session has yes, session data is Mahendra Reddy. Okay, so first I'm going to set, okay, then data is stored in the session and I'm using get method. So session data is Mahendra Reddy. So here I given the session data as a Mahendra Reddy. So now I'm going to delete, okay, remove. Okay, session data is deleted. So after that I'm going to check if the data is available or not. So now after that I used get method, then it will display the session data is not available. Okay, so session data is deleted. Okay, and after that just I'm going to use the array data to store. It is the last one. So public function array session request $req. So $arr is equal to, so array of name Mahendra, comma email Mahendra@gmail.com. So now $req session And so here I'm using the push method. Okay, so for the push method, there are two arguments. One is a first, for example, user underscore info. Okay, so after that, array values are available in the dollar $ARR. Now, array data is stored in the session that is user underscore info. Okay, array session data is stored. So after that, I'm using the get method, public function, array get session request dollar req. So dollar value is equal dollar req and session get user underscore info. So echo dollar value. So here I'm going to add a route colon get session ARR comma cookie controller colon class comma create session and the route colon get session slash ARR get comma cookie controller class comma get session. So ARR and ARR get. ARR. So array session data is stored and ARR get array. Okay. So for this, we have to use the return method here. Return. Okay. So for the array values, whenever you are getting the array session data, then you have to use the return. Okay, return dollar value. Then it will display array format. Okay. So this is a way to create the sessions. Okay. And tomorrow you have